The question that comes up is about LLCs, limited liability companies. What is an LLC? An LLC is a legal entity, and it means as a legal entity that it can hold assets, it can be the owner of things, it can be held responsible for things as well. So the reason you want to understand why a limited liability company matters is that when you have a piece of real estate, you typically want to put that property into an LLC. It helps to limit things that can go wrong and what it might cost you if something does go wrong. So very, very common structure is to have an LLC for rental property number one, a separate LLC for rental property number two, a separate LLC for rental property number three, and then have another LLC that owns those three other LLCs, and that one that owns the others is often called a holding company. So the structure might seem a little bit overwhelming if you haven't done this before, but from protecting your own personal net worth, you have to understand this structure. It's really, really important. And when you have the structure in place, very common structure, but when you have the structure in place, then if something happens, say, to one of those rental properties, then the most you can risk losing is whatever is in that one LLC, that one rental property. So it limits your risk. That's the big thing about LLCs. Also, if you own each of those LLCs in just your own name, or maybe in the name of you and your spouse, then for IRS purposes, that is what is considered a disregarded entity. What's a disregarded entity? What that means is that for tax purposes, you don't need to file a whole separate income tax return just for that rental property. You instead include the income and expense on your own personal individual 1040 income tax return. That's what's beneficial about having this as a disregarded entity. Very important term. Also, when you think about your rental properties, you want to make sure to have a good insurance policy on that with high limits for liability and other things on that policy, because if there's an issue with that rental property, the money that's going to be taken first, if there's a lawsuit or that, it's going to be the amount that's in that insurance policy. And then also have a lease agreement that spells out who the tenant is, what responsibilities are, but that's all part of running a good rental and a good business in that LLC. So I hope this helps as you think about your own rental properties, and that if you don't have your own business in some type of entity, obviously you should, and an LLC can be a great tool for that as well. I hope this helps.